Hello and welcome to our news. My name is Dalila Sharon. Now, President William Ruto today held bilateral talks with the President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, at the Baku Olympic Stadium on the sidelines of the 13th World Urban Forum. The meeting brought together the two leaders for discussions aimed at strengthening cooperation between Kenya and Azerbaijan with a focus on deepening diplomatic and development ties. The talks are part of Kenya's broader diplomatic engagement during the World Urban Forum, where President Ruto is leading Kenya's delegation to highlight the country's urban development agenda, including the affordable housing program. The World Urban Forum, convened by the UN Habitat, brings together heads of state, policymakers, and development partners to address global urban challenges. Moving on, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has held a meeting with Kenyans living and working in the United Kingdom, where he outlined his political agenda under the Democratic Change Party (DCP) and engaged the diaspora on governance issues in Kenya. In a post on X, Gachagua said the engagement focused on the progress of his party in Kenya and reflections on political developments over the past year. Gachagua noted that members of the Kenyan diaspora raised concerns about the current situation in the country, citing issues such as corruption, rule of law, and policy challenges affecting key sectors including healthcare, education, social security, and agriculture. The former deputy president encouraged Kenyans in the UK to remain actively engaged in national affairs, urging them to monitor developments in Kenya and continue advocating for reforms.
In our strongholds, in the counties where we shall have very strong presence in the county assemblies, be having a member from the diaspora in every county where we are strong, nominated to go to the county assembly and assist us to make good laws, to make devolution work.
In other news, the People's Liberation Party leader Martha Karua has sparked debate online after linking rising fuel prices and the high cost of living to the administrations of President William Ruto and the late former President Daniel Arap Moi. Karua shared on her X account a 1997 newspaper notice showing fuel prices during Moi's era and compared it with the latest increase announced by the Energy and Petroleum Regulatory Authority (EPRA). She argued that Kenya's economic challenges have persisted because of corruption, poor governance, and misplaced priorities. Her remarks triggered mixed reactions online, with some social media users accusing her of selectively criticizing certain administrations while overlooking periods when she served in government. However, some users defended Karua's remarks, saying her comments were aimed at highlighting Kenya's long-standing economic and governance challenges rather than targeting a specific administration. Meanwhile, super petrol and diesel are now retailing at a maximum of 214 shillings 25 cents and 242 shillings 92 cents respectively, effective 15th of May 2026. In other news, the government has officially declared the Homa Bay County Commissioner's residence as a state lodge, according to a Gazette notice issued by the Ministry of Interior and National Administration. In the Gazette notice, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen announced that the residence will now be designated as a state lodge with immediate effect from the date of publication. The upgrade effectively places the facility under the category of official government residence used for high-level state functions, visiting dignitaries, and administrative engagements. State lodges in Kenya are typically designated government properties reserved for senior state use, often serving as secure venues for official meetings and accommodation for government officials on duty. In In the international news, the World Health Organization (WHO) has declared an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo a public health emergency of international concern. The agency says the outbreak in DR Congo's eastern Ituri province, which has seen around 246 suspected cases and 80 deaths reported, does not meet the criteria of a pandemic emergency. However, it has warned that it could potentially be a much larger outbreak than what is currently being detected and reported, with significant risk of local and regional spread. Early symptoms include fever, muscle pain, fatigue, headache, and sore throat. And that's the news. Thank you for watching.